about Trinity Cafe 2, our new expansion opportunity out in the North Tampa area. We'll be opening in 2016 at 2202 East Bush Boulevard at the First Church of God. We can't wait to share with you more about this exciting opportunity. I'm going to share with you just a little bit about how we came about to getting to Trinity Cafe 2. You might not have heard how it came about. When Jeff and I first started meeting, he said, I really feel like we could be in any community. Our model could be a way that's served and we should be sharing it all across the country. But we were like, but there's still people who are hungry in Tampa. What more do we do? And so Bank of America, within first 30 or so days I was on board, the grant was due for the neighborhood builders. It was a $200,000 grant, and so we sat down and we said, what would that look like? How do we write this in a way that might engage a partner? And we sat down and wrote it, and it was about the same time as the strategic planning retreat where we were crafting our vision of what that would look like. And we wrote it, and we prayed about it, and we released it, and then they gave it to us. So Bank of America gave us a $200,000 grant, $100,000 in 2015 and $100,000 in 2016. And then we shared our vision with Hillsborough County, and they gave us another $100,000 and said, we want you to do it. And so Trinity Cafe is really fully funded from that perspective, and that we have enough money to provide the meals for 200 to 300 people 5 days a week, potentially adding a 6th day very quickly, as well as adding a couple of key staff positions. So we'll add some part-time kitchen assistants, as well as someone who's going to transport that food out there for us. And then Cindy will talk a little bit more about that, but it'll also fund a part-time volunteer coordinator, because a key piece of replicating our culture is not letting the culture at Trinity Cafe right here on Nebraska change any. We want to maintain that. We want it to be just as good of an experience as the other one is as well. And so we're going to need people in both locations. So we'll add another staff member. And then the other key piece is our new executive chef, Jim Rye. Many of you have already heard that we've hired him and he's coming. We're so excited he's joining the team. And he's been running a la carte event pavilion. So they prepare up to 1,000 meals in an event space and then 500 catered meals that go off-site. So he's got this great expertise. He's weighing in to provide us the knowledge that we need how to transport food safely. How are we going to do that at the lowest cost? And when a la carte closed in December, guess where a lot of the donations of the items went? Right to Trinity Cafe 2. We were moving things in a U-Haul, the tables, the chairs, lots of the china, the flatware, great equipment that our kitchen already needs, and at no cost to us, just a straight donation from a la carte. And so, what does this mean? It means we're going to be able to address hunger in a much bigger way. Twice as many meals, twice as many volunteer opportunities. And Cindy's totally came up with this, double your pleasure, double your fun. Do you remember that?
Stealing my line.
I'm totally stealing your line. But that's what it's all about. We're going to get to do double. We're going to impact hunger in a much more significant way this year, because 1 in 4 kids is hungry. You saw them here today. We see them every time they're out of school or during the summer months. We know there's 200,000 people in Tampa who don't know where their next meal's coming from. And the geographic area that we selected, the Tampa Bay Network to End Hunger, shows there's more than 3 million meals missing out there. And 33612 is sitting right in the middle of it, with 3 of the top zip codes, 1 to the north, 1 to the east, and 1 to the south. And so there's tremendous, tremendous needs out there that we'll be able to help with. Fewer folks will be hungry thanks to us opening Trinity Cafe 2 with your help. I've already told you a little bit about the who, our funding partners, Bank of America, as well as Hillsborough County. And the other big piece to the who is our partner, the First Church of God. We were driving around a lot out there, going to talk to anybody who was serving in the hunger space to see who might be a good partner. They've had a pantry there that they haven't been happy with. They didn't feel like it was doing enough in the community. They're allowing us to use their memorial hall, like their activity center that many of your churches have, rent-free. We're going to make a few facilities upgrades in the kitchen for washing dishes, as well as flooring and nice new paint to really showcase the fun culture that's at Trinity Cafe. And we're going to pay for a few utilities that are going to be necessary that'll be increased cost for them. But they're all in with us. They gave us a 5-year term with them. And we're really excited about partnering with them. Hopefully they'll be bringing us great volunteers as well. The what? We're replicating our model. You know, this will be the first time, and then we'll have a playbook we can share with others, and we can do it many other times, hopefully, until there's no more hungry folks in our community, and we can share it with other people. When's it going to happen? We're targeting a late March opening, the last week of March. And we'll do some soft launch activities before that, probably serving a small amount of meals on Thursday and Friday, and then doing walkthroughs with key volunteers and partners a couple of days before that, so we can all be comfortable with the flow, how it's going to go. And we're going to schedule a ribbon cutting and all that fun stuff that first week too, and we're busy scheduling that with our partners, and we'll keep you updated. We're going to prepare the meals here and transport them. Food safety regulations, all that good stuff. Jim's got a handle on it. And then the First Church of God is situated on 2 different bus lines at a corner of 22nd and Bush Boulevard. And then the entrance will be actually on the back side. There's lots of parking, even more than we have here, which will be a tremendous blessing. But guests and volunteers will come in on the north side of the building. And then why are we doing this? I think you all know why. We don't want to see people hungry in our community, and we feel like we can make a difference. And we need your help. Cindy's going to share why we need your help and how you can help.
So I would like to say that I believe that God's love and grace built Trinity Cafe. And I know, though, it's the daily devotion of all of our wonderful volunteers that demonstrate compassion to all of our guests that keep our doors open. So for that, I am so blessed to be a part of this group, and I thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.
You guys have built community in this dining room, and that's what's so beautiful about Trinity Cafe. People come for the meal, yes, but they get so much more than the meal. It's the camaraderie, it's the listening ear, it's the face-to-face conversation, it's the fact that you care about people. We've created this beautiful culture in this dining room, and we display it every single day with respect and compassion and love and acceptance for every single person who walks through that door. And it's our plan to replicate that same model in our second location. So what you can do is you can consider helping our seasoned volunteers. I mean, to get us up off of the ground, maybe you can come one extra day a week so that you're actually serving as role models for our new volunteers. And we're busily recruiting new volunteers. We have lots of speaking engagements. You know, we're getting the word out, but it's being able to pair a new person up with a seasoned veteran so that they can learn exactly how we have created the beautiful culture here. They can witness you sitting at a table and talking with someone and see how it's done. So I'm really hoping that, you know, I don't want to put a whole lot on your plates, but I'm really hoping that some of you will be able to do that. We are also going to be in need of daily coordinators there, people like Maureen and Dawn who have committed, you know, that they'll be here one day every week. I think Gail is thinking about our new location and being a daily coordinator for us there. So we will need 5 to begin with and 6 eventually. We also, as Mandy said, we're adding a position, a part-time position for a volunteer coordinator to work closely with me. As you know, we touch every new person that signs up to volunteer with us. When they sign up, we touch them with information so that they feel comfortable the first time. All of that's going to be doubled. There's going to be a lot more emails coming in, a lot more touches going out. So we need someone to help us. So I'm interviewing to fill that position now. The plan is that I will be working to begin with from the new location to get that up and running. The person that I hire will be working from this location, and then once we have both locations running beautifully and smoothly, then we'll change out as we see fit.
So this is the last piece. What can you do? And so many of you give so generously your time to us, your talents to us, and your treasures. But we're going to ask you, can you dig a little bit deeper and give a little more? And it's GIVE. So giving. Every $2.50 we raise serves a nutritious meal. Every provision partner we recruit helps us sustain our future. But we're also going to have a cool wish list that maybe your small group or your friends want to help us buy the new items we need for the new cafe. And there's other opportunities too, to invite people. Invite people to come to the cafe with you. Invite them to come volunteer alongside of you. Several of you have already been to some of our small Taste of Trinity Cafe events where we're introducing new folks who want to learn about us, where we're trying to engage folks who maybe haven't been around in a while and want to hear more. Invite them to join you to one. And then V?
V, volunteer. Raise your hand. Be a daily coordinator. Be a backup coordinator. We need backups. Serve as an ambassador. Lorraine is an ambassador every Wednesday. She takes new people. She greets them. She gives them the little orientation so that they feel comfortable. We do the big orientation, yes. But when you're here for the first time, it helps so much to hear it more than once. And we need people to do that. We need people to welcome folks. In our volunteer survey, we got really high marks from folks about how the volunteer experience is. But in one little place, I was a little bit concerned because a few volunteers said, sometimes I don't feel like I'm part of the group. So the ambassador can make someone feel like they're part of the group. Introduce them to people so they know the other volunteers' names. Invite them to sit at the table with you when y'all are chatting. Things like that. I just want to see that we're doing that in the best way possible. And then E, engage. Engage others. Participate with us on social media. We have a pretty active Facebook page, and while I like that people like us, I love when people share us. Because when they share us, it engages new people that are not friends with us yet, but will soon be friends with us.
So GIVE, but even more than that, thank you for what you do every Wednesday or every other day that you come to really make Trinity Cafe the beautiful place that it is, that restores dignity in the lives of our hungry and homeless neighbors. We can't say thank you enough.